What's up, what's up, what's up? It's the guy with the jail stories. Somebody asked me, what did prison teach me? What did prison teach me? It's a pretty good question. Well, if y'all watch my videos, you know I've been a couple of times, more than a couple. So it kind of depends on which time you're talking about. But prison overall taught me to take care of yourself and worry about yourself, not so much about others. You kind of got to let people live, you know, and be themselves. And sometimes that can be positive for you, negative for you. Meaning, like, it can really help you or hurt sometimes, you know, but sometimes you gotta let people go. Sometimes you have to, you gotta just focus on yourself. You know, this guy told me one time, it was a guard. This was in 2005. I was in quarantine, Jackson, and it was late night. I was up writing, probably a rap, maybe a letter, probably a rap. But guard walked by very late, maybe 2 in the morning, and typically there's rules of like lights out and like being in the bed, but some guards press it, some guards don't give a damn, you know. This guy walked by and he said, you know, what are you doing, blah, blah, blah. I said, whatever, I was writing. And he was like, man, you look young. You know, I didn't even have hair on my face. Like, I was young. I was very young. And he said, you got a lot of friends? I was like, oh, yeah, I'm popular. I'm what? A lot of girlfriends? Yeah. So, man, women, man, yeah, hell yeah. So he was like, he said, how long you got? I said, man, I got 3 years. He said, I want you to do me a favor. He said, do you keep your letters and stuff? I was like, yeah, man, but you know, coming from the county jail to here, you know, they make you throw a lot of shit away, send a lot of stuff home type shit, right? But, so I'm like, but yeah. He said, okay, do me a favor. He was like, I want you to keep your stuff. You don't have a lot of time, so you won't be bouncing around a lot. When you get where you're going, you'll probably be there, maybe one more spot after that, but that's it. He said, I want you to keep your letters, okay? And I want you to monitor from now all the way until the end. And on your last week or two, he said, I want you to go through and I want you to spend some time and separate those letters. And I want you to see who was there from now till the end, right? And I had done about a year in the county. I had 3 years, so I had about 2 years left, right? He said, so basically 2 years. Keep your stuff for 2 years. And I want you to see who's there from now until the end. And he said, how many people write you now? I was like, man, a lot. He was like, try to say a number consistently. Like, how many consistently? I was like, man, about 20, 25 people. He said, how many of those people you think there'll be when you finish, when you get done? And I was like, shit, all of them, probably some more, right? Like, what? People just don't know where I'm at. They got to find me. Like, they're trying to figure out where I'm at. I'll probably have way more people writing me later, you know, next week, next month, when they find out where I'm at. These are just people just keeping up with me. They'll always be there. They love me. They love me. What do you mean? These people I grew up with and homies and chicks and, you know, they'll be there. And more people will be there, right? He said, oh, yeah, you're probably right. He said, I want you to just watch that and just promise me, you know, you'll keep close to those people. Whoever's there, then from the beginning to the end, those are the people that are truly there for you and they really care about you. I was like, all right. Oh, he said, those are your people, okay? He said, I have a prediction. You want to hear it? I said, what's that? He said, I think it'll be 1 or 2. And you know who I think? I said, no, you crazy. He said, you know who I think that 1 or 2 will be? I said, yeah. Who? He said, is your mother still living? I said, yeah. He said, your mother. He said, is your grandmother still living? I said, yeah. He said, your mother and your grandmother will be on that list. And everybody else had fallen off during that time. Now, a couple more come back, you know, toward the end when they figure out you're coming home. A couple more come back. But, you know, just keep it in mind. I said, oh, man, this old motherfucker crazy, right? Well, of course, he is absolutely correct. And mainly my grandmother, but my mother as well. She came to see me a lot. And she didn't write a lot, but she was there physically a lot, you know. And that taught me a lot. You know, I spent a lot of my time, a lot of my energy was invested in pleasing other people. You know, I used to do a lot of bullshit, man. A lot of my bad ways came from trying to be the badass, you know, because I thought that was just so cool. And I found out that they're all laughing at you, man. Like the reason it's so cool, what makes it so cool is that you're doing a bunch of shit that nobody else is dumb enough to do. You're just fucking entertaining, bro. You're just entertaining the people. You're a fucking clown. You're a clown. The reason why it's so cool to tote guns is because you go into fucking jail when you get caught toting that gun. It's a whole motherfucking task force of motherfuckers assigned to catching you. You're gonna get caught. When you're gonna get caught, who the fuck knows? But your ass is gonna get caught. And you know a few people who slide through. And if you're banking on being one of those people, you're dumber than I was. You know, and well, I was that dumb. And you're definitely dumber than I am now. If you're banking on being one of the few that get away, man, you might as well play the fucking lottery. And but yeah, that's literally what is so interesting about being the one who steals, or the one who robs, or the one who steals cars, or the one who sells drugs, and the one, like, the reason that it's so exciting is because you're not supposed to be doing that shit. And the reason everybody's like, oh, it's not because you're fucking amazing. You're not Daredevil jumping off the bed. But it's kind of like that. It's like the same way they look and say, oh, at the motherfucker jumping off the building, is your dumb ass. When they say, oh, look at you just robbed that store. Like, oh, that motherfucker is about to do a whole bunch of time that I would never fucking do. And that's what they're saying. Like, look at this. It's not look at this genius. It's look at this idiot. Like, man, even when they be praising you, they be like, damn, man, you dumb as hell. You crazy. Man, this motherfucker retarded. And then people start embracing, like, yeah, I go dumb. No, nigga, you're dumb. Like, I did it too. You know what I'm saying? I was on that, but going to prison and basically being left for dead, you know, like, you just in there, and all that energy and all that effort that you put into pleasing people, and you think that you mean everything to them. And when the hammer come down, man, it's just you. It's just you, and nobody gives a fuck. And everybody looking at you like you didn't know better. And the people that you're trying to impress, they'll never ask them to roll with you. Man, they ain't going with you, do that goof troop, dumbass fucking shit. Ain't nobody fucking with you. You left for dead all by your fucking self. Especially when it's time to do that time. Ain't nobody not fucking their girl. Ain't nobody not eating pizza. Ain't nobody not driving their cars. Ain't nobody not doing that shit. Them motherfuckers is going to school. And half the motherfuckers is staying away from you. And then the other half, you're not. Listen, man, I did all that shit. I sold all that. I did all that running. I did all that taking. I did all that. I did all that shit. I done did all that shit. It don't pay like they say it pay. It be a minute, just a tiny few that break through, that get to push Benzes and whatever the fuck, man. It's not the masses, bro. It's not the masses. Quit fronting. You're not winning like that. You're not winning like that, bro. Most of y'all is not winning like that. It's not paying like that, man. And now you see the motherfuckers with the jobs got more than the motherfuckers in the street. The motherfuckers in the street basically bums. I don't promote that shit, man. That shit is ass backwards, bro. it don't pay. It just don't pan out in the end, bro. I promise. They always got a fucking bed for you. They always got a fucking bed for you. They always got uniforms for you. They always gonna find a sale for you. Man, always. They always got time for you, bro. They always got time to find you. They always got time to chase you. They always got time to take you away from your family. Like, that's all, that option's gonna always be there. But the option, like the way to win, like you sacrificing more than it's worth. Like you're risking, it's like risk versus reward. It's risk versus reward, man. Like what you putting up, it's not worth what you potentially getting out, what you probably get, like the probability of what you really gonna get out of the situation, man. Man, I done really met bank robbers that really went in banks and really walked away with $1,200. Like you think you looking at TV, you see bank robbers running out with bags of money, man. I know bank robbers that walked out of banks with $1,500, bro. $1,500. Risk 40 years. Some got 10, some got 7. 7 years for $1,500? Man, you could pick up $1,500 worth of fucking pop cans off the ground in 7 years. It's just risk versus reward, man. Risk versus fucking reward. It just, you taking jewelry and shit like that, bro. Like you might come out ahead. You know what I'm saying? If you got a real fence for it. But if you out stealing some fucking jewelry, man. If you got a plug where you can like legitimately do business, man, you probably ain't in the bullshit anyway, right? And if you just taking something, going sell it, man, you finna get pennies. You finna risk a substantial portion of your life for pennies, bro, pennies. I'm trying to tell you, that shit ain't worth it, man. Be a fucking entrepreneur or go get a fucking job, man. But that wild ass reckless street shit, man. Moving without a plan in any way is you're destined for fucking failure, bro. Destined for failure, man. Gotta get together, plot, plan, do better, man.